Good morning, everyone. We are out doing a little bit of exploration and trying to beat the snow. So what you have here is a argillitic rock with a little bit of schist. You have quartz stringers and limestone, and you also have some free mill gold and sulfides amongst your rock. So what we're doing is we're sampling a few outcrops. We're going to do a couple pans and see what we get out of this and just check this area out. You can see you have some fairly vuggy quartz. For those of you who don't know what vugs are pores, or basically holes in your rock where mineral precipitates have leached out, and it leaves your small little pores or vugs. So what we're going to do is we're going to chip away at this and see if we can find a decent sample, and we're going to keep on going down this exposure and see what we can find. I have about 100 meters of outcrop to look at, so we'll try and fit it all in one video. Alright, so I just thought I'd point this out. You can see this piece we just broke off. This is a brecciated piece of rock, and then when you go over here, it's a completely different rock type. Your argillites and little bits of schist and quartz. Then you have another separation and another contact zone over here with more argillites and what looks like mudstone and quartz veins. So there's a lot of different contact zones on this property, so it's definitely an interesting site to look at. Alright, so we have some interesting samples of quartz here. Lots of pockets. So maybe we could find a couple pockets here with some nice terminated crystals. There's tons of these all over. So we'll see when we're hammering away. So we just hiked above the last exposure, and your deposit must have dipped down because we have a completely different kind of rock here. We got limestone. So we're going to have to keep looking. We'll see if we can find anything else. If not, we're going to head to a showing and remove some material, see if we can get some gold out of it. Alright, so we didn't find anything that was crazy good looking, so we're back here at a known showing where we sampled before. Got some free mill gold. You can see the vein along there. You have quartz, calcite, some sulfides, and free mill gold. So we're going to take a couple samples here, and we're going to do some pans and see what we get out of it. So you have more argillites with quartz veins all throughout your rock. You have some schist in there as well. And this whole exposure here is heavily oxidized and mineralized. You can see the oxide and sulfide staining down there. And here's the vein. It's frozen, so we're going to have to thaw this and crush some of it before we actually do our pans. So some of this rock looks like it's brecciated as well. Alright, so here's a perfect sample of your vuggy quartz. Very, very vuggy. All your mineral precipitates looks like they've leached out, other than a few sulfides amongst your broken down rock in here. And then the leftover free mill gold, which we'll show you. Just down the ways, you have more of the same kind of material, only in smaller amounts. Eventually we'll come back and do more of a test on this area too. So this outcrop extends for about 100 meters, and there is free mill gold in multiple areas. So we're going to take a look at this further in the springtime when there's not any snow. For now, let's go ahead and take that sample we just pulled off and go do some pans. Alrighty, so we're back at the shop. I had to thaw this material out by putting warm water on it. We're going to do one of the samples today, save the other one, but we'll pan this whole thing out and show you what we get. Our water's frozen, so I had to use what water we could from water bottles to fill this up. So let's show you guys what's in here and enjoy. Alright, so I'm doing this one-handed, so no judging with the panning. Last time we did a test run with a 5-gallon bucket, we got a really decent amount of gold, so we're hoping we'll get some similar. Nice free gold. It is fairly small and fine, which is usually how it's found in veins. But occasionally you'll find a coarser piece. And of course you'll find some sulfides in this material, so pan a little bit of those off at the end. It's been a while since I used this mini pan. Alright, we'll switch over. I already saw a couple pieces of super fine gold, I think. I'm not a huge fan of these tiny little riffles, but we'll make do because it's what we got. Alright, I think that's as far down as we'll go. Holy, there we go. Look at all that. There's a ton of fine gold in there. See if I can pour some of this water off. There we go. Awesome. So we'll definitely be back there in the spring to do more testing. We're going to remove some of that vein and maybe process it through a high banker or something like that. But that's the kind of gold we got out of there. So hope you enjoyed this short little video, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, everyone.